Hello, children. I'm Hilary.
And I'm Mike.
Do you like nursery rhymes? I hope so, because Mike and I are going to read you the verses in this beautiful book. Most of them are very old. Your grandparents probably knew them when they were children.
Some of these rhymes have special tunes, so we'll sing them to you. And if you know the words, we hope you'll join in.
Open the book and turn to the first page. It tells you the title of the book and the name of the man who painted the pictures. Nursery Songs and Rhymes, illustrated by Eric Kincaid.
Every time we come to a new song or rhyme, you will hear this sound. Now, keep turning the pages until you come to the first rhyme. It's on page 7. There's a picture of a cat looking at some mice through a window. Have you got it? Then let's begin. 6 little mice. 6 little mice sat down to spin. Pussy passed by and she peeped in.
What are you doing, my little men?
Weaving coats for gentlemen.
Shall I come in and cut off your threads?
No, no, Mistress Pussy, you'd bite off our heads.
Oh, no, I'll not. I'll help you to spin.
That may be so, but you don't come in. Sing a song of Sixpence. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? The king was in his counting house, counting out his money. The queen was in the parlour, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, hanging out the clothes. There came a little blackbird and snapped off her nose.
A cat came fiddling. A cat came fiddling out of a barn with a pair of bagpipes under her arm. She could sing nothing but fiddle-cum-fee, the mouse has married the bumblebee. Pipe cat, dance mouse, we'll have a wedding at our good house.
Little Miss Muffet. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. There came a big spider, who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. I saw 3 ships. I saw 3 ships come sailing by, come sailing by, come sailing by. I saw 3 ships come sailing by on New Year's Day in the morning. And what do you think was in them then, was in them then, was in them then? And what do you think was in them then on New Year's Day in the morning? 3 pretty girls were in them then, were in them then, were in them then. 3 pretty girls were in them then on New Year's Day in the morning. One could whistle and one could sing and one could play on the violin. Such joy there was at my wedding on New Year's Day in the morning.
Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see a fine lady upon a white horse, rings on her fingers and bells on her toes, and she shall have music wherever she goes. If all the world were paper. If all the world were paper and all the sea were ink, If all the trees were bread and cheese, what should we have to drink?
There was an old woman. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread. She whipped them all soundly and put them to bed.
I see the moon. I see the moon, and the moon sees me. God bless the moon, and God bless me.
The Queen of Hearts. The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts, all on a summer's day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole the tarts and took them clean away.
The King of Hearts called for the tarts and beat the Knave full sore. The Knave of Hearts brought back the tarts and vowed he'd steal no more.
Rock-a-bye Baby. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. Down will come baby, cradle and all. There was an old woman. There was an old woman tossed up in a basket, 17 times as high as the moon. Where she was going, I couldn't but ask it, for in her hand she carried a broom. Old woman, old woman, old woman, quoth I, where are you going to up so high?
To brush the cobwebs off the sky.
May I go with you?
Aye, by and by.
Jack Sprat. Jack Sprat could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean. And so, between them both, you see, they licked the platter clean. Polly put the kettle on. 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 We'll all have tea. Sookie, take it off again. Sookie, take it off again. Sookie, take it off again. They've all gone away.
Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Peter, Peter, Pumpkin Eater. Peter, Peter, Pumpkin Eater had a wife and couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well.
Baa Baa Black Sheep. Baa Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool?
Yes, sir, 3 bags full.
One for the master and one for the dame, and one for the little boy who lives down the lane. Goosey, Goosey, Gander. Goosey, Goosey, Gander, whither shall I wander? upstairs and downstairs and in my lady's chamber. There I met an old man who would not say his prayers. I took him by the left leg and threw him down the stairs.
There was a little boy. There was a little boy went into a barn and lay down on some hay. An owl came out and flew about, and the little boy ran away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on the right.
Simple Simon met a pieman. Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. Says Simple Simon to the pieman,
Let me taste your ware.
Says the pieman to Simple Simon,
Show me first your penny.
Says Simple Simon to the pieman.
Indeed, I have not any.
Simple Simon went a-fishing for to catch a whale. All the water he had got was in his mother's pail. Simple Simon went to look if plums grew on a thistle. He pricked his fingers very much, which made poor Simon whistle. He went for water in a sieve, but soon it all fell through.
And now poor Simple Simon bids you all adieu. Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Up Jack got and home did trot as fast as he could caper, to old Dame Dob, who patched his knob with vinegar and brown paper. Thy cradle is green. Hush-a-bye, baby, thy cradle is green. Father's a nobleman, mother's a queen, and Betty's a lady and wears a gold ring, and Johnny's a drummer and drums for the king.
Hey diddle diddle. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon.
This little pig went to market. This little pig went to market.
This little pig stayed home.
This little pig had roast beef.
This little pig had none.
And this little pig cried,
Wee, 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 wee!
all the way home.
Ride a cock horse. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see what Tommy can buy.
A penny white loaf, a penny white cake, and a 2-penny apple pie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Past, present, and future. Tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee.
An autumn evening soft and mild, with a wind that sighs mournfully.
Tell me, what is the present hour?
A green and flowery spray, where a young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away.
And what is the future, happy one?
A sea beneath a cloudless sun, a mighty, glorious, dazzling sea, stretching to infinity.
Emily Bronte.
Oh, where has my little dog gone? Oh, where has my little dog gone? Oh, where can he be? With his ears cut short and his tail cut long, oh, where is he?
Pussycat Mole. Pussycat Mole jumped over a coal and in her best petticoat burnt a great hole. Poor Pussy's weeping, she'll have no more milk until her best petticoat's mended with silk. Seesaw Margery Daw. Seesaw Margery Daw, Jackie shall have a new master. Jackie shall have but a penny a day, because he can't work any faster.
Little Polly Flinders. Little Polly Flinders sat among the cinders, warming her pretty little toes. Her mother came and caught her, and whipped her little daughter for spoiling her nice new clothes.
This is the house that Jack built. This is the house that Jack built. This is the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the cow with the crumpled horn that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the maiden all forlorn that milked the cow with the crumpled horn that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the man all tattered and torn that kissed the maiden all forlorn that milked the cow with the crumpled horn that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the priest all shaven and shorn that married the man all tattered and torn, that kissed the maiden all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat, that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the cock that crowed in the morn, that waked the priest all shaven and shorn, that married the man all tattered and torn, that kissed the maiden all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that tossed the dog that worried the cat that killed the rat, that ate the malt that lay in the house that Jack built. This is the farmer sowing his corn, that kept the cock that crowed in the morn, that waked the priest all shaven and shorn, that married the man all tattered and torn, that kissed the maiden all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that tossed the dog, that worried the cat, that killed the rat, that ate the malt, that lay in the house that Jack built.
Little Bo Peep. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home and bring their tails behind them. Little Bo Peep fell fast asleep and dreamt she heard them bleating, and when she awoke she found it a joke, for they were still all fleeting. Then up she took her little crook, determined for to find them. She found them indeed, but it made her heart bleed, for they'd left their tails behind them. It happened one day as Bo Peep did stray into a meadow hard by. There she espied their tails side by side, all hung on a tree to dry. She heaved a sigh and wiped her eye, then went o'er hill and dale, and tried what she could, as a shepherdess should, to tack to each sheep its tail.
How many miles to Babylon? How many miles to Babylon?
70 miles and 10.
Can I get there by candlelight?
Yes, and back again. If your heels are nimble and light, you may get there by candlelight.
Hot cross buns.
Hot cross buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. If your daughters do not like them, give them to your sons. But if you haven't any of these pretty little elves, you cannot do better than eat them all yourselves. 2 little dicky birds. 2 little dicky birds sitting on a wall.
One named Peter.
The other named Paul.
Fly away, Peter.
Fly away, Paul.
Come back, Peter.
Come back, Paul.
Pussycat, pussycat. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been?
I've been to London to look at the Queen.
Pussycat, pussycat, what did you there?
I frightened a little mouse under her chair.
There was an old woman. There was an old woman lived under a hill, and if she's not gone, she lives there still. Little Boy Blue. Little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. But where is the boy who looks after the sheep? He's under a haystack fast asleep. Will you wake him? No, not I. For if I do, he's sure to cry.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row.
Ring-a-ring-a-roses. Ring-a-ring-a-roses, a pocket full of posies, a tissue, we all fall down.
Three little kittens. Three little kittens, they lost their mittens, and they began to cry. "Oh, mother dear, we sadly fear that we have lost our mittens." "What? Lost your mittens? You naughty kittens, then you shall have no pie." "Meow, meow, meow." "No, you shall have no pie." The three little kittens, they found their mittens, and they began to cry, "Oh, mother dear, see here, for we have found our mittens." "Put on your mittens, you silly kittens, and you shall have some pie." Prr, prr, prr. "Oh, let us have some pie." The three little kittens put on their mittens, and soon ate up the pie. "Oh, mother dear, we greatly fear that we have soiled our mittens." "What? Soiled your mittens? You naughty kittens." Then they began to sigh. "Meow, meow, meow." Then they began to sigh. The three little kittens, they washed their mittens and hung them out to dry. "Oh, mother dear, do you not hear that we have washed our mittens?" "What? Washed your mittens? Then you're good kittens. But I smell a rat close by." "Meow, meow, meow. We smell a rat close by."
There was a crooked man. There was a crooked man, and he walked a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence against a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat, which caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house.
Wee Willie Winkie. Wee Willie Winkie runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown, rapping at the window, crying through the lock, "Are the children all in bed, for now it's 8 o'clock?" The table and the chair. Said the table to the chair,
"You can hardly be aware how I suffer from the heat and from chilblains on my feet. If we took a little walk, we might have a little talk. Pray let us take the air."
said the table to the chair.
Said the chair unto the table,
"Now you know we are not able. How foolishly you talk, when you know we cannot walk," said the table with a sigh.
"It can do no harm to try. I've as many legs as you. Why can't we walk on two?" So they both went slowly down,
and walked about the town,
with a cheerful bumpy sound.
as they toddled round and round,
And everybody cried,
as they hastened to their side,
"See, the table and the chair have come out to take the air."
But in going down an alley to a castle in a valley,
they completely lost their way, and they wandered all the day.
till, to see them safely back, they paid a ducky quack.
And a beetle and a mouse, who took them to their house.
Then they whispered to each other,
"Oh, delightful little brother, what a lovely walk we've taken. Let us dine on beans and bacon."
So the ducky and the little brownie mousey and the beetle
dined and danced upon their heads, till they toddled to their beds. Edward Lear. The moon. The moon has a face like the clock in the hall. She shines on thieves and on the garden wall, on streets and fields and harbour quays, and birdies asleep in the forks of the trees. The squalling cat and the squeaking mouse, the howling dog by the door of the house, that bat that lies in bed at noon, all love to be out by the light of the moon. But all of the things that belong to the day cuddle to sleep to be out of her way, and flowers and children close their eyes till up in the morning the sun shall rise. Robert Louis Stevenson. The Wind.
I saw you toss the kites on high and blow the birds about the sky, and all around I heard you pass like ladies' skirts across the grass.
O wind a-blowing all day long, O wind that sings so loud a song. I saw the different things you did, but always you yourself you hid. I felt you push, I heard you call, I could not see yourself at all. O wind a-blowing all day long, O wind that sings so loud a song.
O you that are so strong and cold, O blower, are you young or old? Are you a beast of field and tree, or just a stronger child than me?
O wind a-blowing all day long, O wind that sings so loud a song. Robert Louis Stevenson. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
In a minute, we're going to play the music of all the songs again. See how many you can sing.
Goodbye, children.
Goodbye.
Sing a song of Sixpence. I saw 3 ships.
If all the world were paper.
Rockabye Baby.
Polly put the kettle on.
Humpty Dumpty.
Baa Baa Black Sheep.
One, two, three, four, five. Thy cradle is green.
Hey diddle diddle.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Oh, where has my little dog gone?
Seesaw Marjorie Daw.
Little Bo Peep.
Little Boy Blue.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary.
Ring-a-ring-a roses.